What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ninth episode of the Hall of Nerds podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Carson.
And I'm Mac.
Thanks for tuning in and nerding out with us. All right, let's start this episode off with a good old hot take segment. Each of us, we're going to go around saying one hot take, see if we can get some arguments going. I'll go first. And my hot take is, I don't know how hot it is going to be. Some people might agree with me, but Eternals was a good movie.
I liked it. It was long. But
I agree.
It wasn't
I
terrible.
agree with you. I like
I
it
really
too.
enjoyed it. I thought,
That-
yes, villain was questionable, especially with like the whatever his name was, but like the super.
Erisham?
Yeah, no,
Crow.
Crow. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes. He was weird, but other than that, I enjoyed the movie. I thought all the historical pieces of it were super cool. I didn't, I personally didn't feel like each character got lost within, like behind other characters, just because there was so much going on and so many characters being introduced. I didn't feel that. I thought I was locked in. I really liked it.
It was a visually stunning movie, I think. Like
Yes.
it was some of the best CGI Marvel has done for sure. I think for
Yeah.
me, I just wasn't that invested in the characters. It is lower on the MCU for me, like very at the bottom, but it wasn't because it was necessarily a bad movie. It just like I couldn't really get into the movie, if that makes sense.
There's
Like-
not much of a tie. Like there's no tie-in to it really. Like
it's just like
Yeah.
here are
these
these
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
see,
does
but
feel like a lot of setup, like just basically filling in the lore of Marvel is what it felt like.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
agree.
Which was
I can
cool. It
agree
was the
with
best
that.
aspect of it.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that, especially now that it's been what, like a year or two since the release of that movie. So, and they've never really like touched on it yet. But at the time being, like I left that theater pretty hyped, thinking like, oh, this might set up Galactus. This might set up
Yeah.
like, I mean, we just got confirmed that like Thanos was an Eternal. We just got his brother. Like this could set up so much, and it's unfortunate that they haven't done that yet. But I'm just saying, from leaving the theater when I loved it. I probably give the movie 7.5 or 8, and when I left the theater, I was like, dude, that was fire, and I was surprised to see the negative reviews.
Plus, it did give us the first MCU sex scene.
True, this is
Yeah.
true. I also just loved those speedster scenes.
Bro, that was some crazy good CGI on the speedsters. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I thought just the action in general, everything. I thought each of the Eternals, the way they showcased their powers was cool, but
And we
That's-
got that Blade voice cameo at the end.
yes, dude,
Last
yes,
night.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was setting up so much, so
Yeah,
they
but
just
that's
have
what I'm saying.
to
It
they have to
felt like
build
a
off
lot
that.
of like lore and setup, whereas the actual plot was just like, okay,
I,
you know?
I can see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah.
But that's my hot take. How about Brandon? You go next.
I got a comic book one. I think Heroes in Crisis was a great story, and it did not damage Wally West's character whatsoever.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Been saying that for years.
Yes, I think not only was it like super like interesting to see them dive into like the mental health aspect of all these different heroes and how like saving lives and not saving lives affect them like mentally, but also like specifically talking about Wally, like you got to realize how much he went through, and people were like, "Oh, it slaughtered his character." Like, no, like the emotional trauma. He was stuck in the Speed Force for years. He came back and no one remembered him. Not his wife. His kids didn't exist. The only person who remembered him was Titans and Barry. So it was just like it was rough. So he went to like get help, and all he wanted was to bring them back, and they told him he couldn't. Like there was no possible way. And I don't know if y'all read the newer volume of The Flash by Jeremy Adams. It's the Wally West run,
I haven't
but
yet.
he's basically being catapulted through time into the bodies of different speedsters, and he goes into Jay Garrick, then he goes into I think Reverse Flash at one point, and he ends up in his own body during Heroes in Crisis, and it shows that at this point Barry is trying to pull him out of the Speed Force, him and Mr. Terrific. So they send a pulse, and it's actually the pulse that triggers that lightning thing that kills everyone in Heroes in Crisis. So it wasn't actually Wally. So like they did kind of retcon it in a way, like they fixed it to where it wasn't all Wally. But I do think it wasn't like a bad thing that he accidentally killed all his people, and it did like add some more struggle to his character. But I think
I
Tom
agree.
King killed it.
I mean, yeah, I could agree. I can see where you're coming from for sure. Especially, I haven't read Jeremy Adams' Flash yet, so knowing that they kind of tied that back together and retconned that a little bit, I can see where you're coming from for sure.
Yeah, it was all Savitar, freaking.
Classic.
But that's my hot take. Also, Clayman's art is amazing. But Mac, you want to go next?
The comics are always better than the movie.
Disagree.
Disagree.
I would agree, but instantly Iron Man.
Instantly, No Way Home was a adaptation of One More Day, and One More Day, doo doo.
Like my
I mean,
thing
it
is
wasn't
just
the
Iron
exact same, but it was.
without
It was.
Tony Stark Iron Man, the comic book Iron Man would have never adapted out of that just alcoholic dude. Like that's just the only interesting thing that he was prior to RDJ's Tony Stark.
But
And then, I mean, in my opinion,
Yeah,
at least,
I gotta
Iron Man at
disagree
least is
too.
like one of the
But
only ones that are definitively
most of the
not
better.
cases,
talking-
that is right though.
I'm not talking direct. Okay, so yes, also from comic book based on comic book movie, but also all the comic books, and I get that there are so many more comic books than there are movies and TV shows, but all of the great comic book runs, volumes, everything that we have compared to some of the most terrible comic book movies we've ever had.
Yeah, comics are better.
I mean, yeah,
sense.
I know. I see
I
what
was
you mean.
just trying to say every comic book is better than the movie it's based on.
Okay,
yeah.
I see what you mean. So not necessarily like specific character
The only one I
representation,
really
movie.
disagree
I see.
on is Miles. I feel like Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse did a lot for Miles Morales.
I agree.
character.
That I can
True.
agree with as well.
It brought him to like the average viewer, and now everyone knows who
Yeah.
Miles Morales is.
I definitely
Yeah,
see where you're coming
exactly.
from though. With like I like 99.99% of the time when a movie goes to adapt a direct story, it fails in a lot of ways. Most of the time.
BVS.
Yeah.
BVS.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
All right,
But,
Stu,
yeah.
you're up. Last one.
All right. In my opinion, Infinity War is the only movie in the MCU that is actually the only project in the MCU that is a 10 out of 10.
No.
Have you seen Morbius?
But
I mean,
got a point.
it is a 10 out of 10. That's for sure.
It's 10 out of 10.
Thor Ragnarok,
Not a 10 out of 10.
Captain America: Civil War.
Not a 10 out of 10.
Winter Soldier.
Controversial, but in game.
Endgame's not a 10.
Not a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. What about
No
the
Way
one? The
Home.
first one that came to my mind was I just lost track of it for some reason.
Theater experience wise, in game and No Way Home are 10 out of 10s. Movie wise, no.
Guardians 2 and 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Guardians,
2,
yeah.
definitely not.
There,
Guardians
Three,
2.
yes.
I gave Guardians
Guardians
3 a
3.
9.5 out of 10.
2 is the
Guardians
worst of the
2
trilogy.
What?
It's a great movie, but it's the
Guardians 2
worst
is
of
I
the
the
agree.
three.
best of the
Yeah,
trilogy.
it's a great movie.
No,
but
bro.
2 is,
You're
two
alone
is
in that
the
one,
worst
bro.
out of the 3.
You're alone in that one. The 2
Guardians
is
3 is the best. It goes 3, 2, 1.
I think it goes 3-1-2, maybe
goes
I agree
even
with you,
1.
Nate.
It goes
But
2,
if someone
3,
goes
1.
1-3-2, I'm okay with that. 2 is the worst one. It's still a great
2 is
movie.
the best
2
one.
is good.
It's
Y'all
not.
There's no
tripping.
way. There's no way.
No. It gets as soon as Guardians 3 came out, people were like, "Oh, Guardians 2 sucks," and the first one's better than 2 as well.
No,
but
it
when
was
Guardians
the
2,
exact
I think the
opposite.
first one's the best one.
when Guardians
I
2
think it's
came
the,
out,
I think it's the third, but
everyone
if
was
someone says first, I
on
agree.
it. Okay.
Bro, the
It's
second,
not
I'm not saying the second one is a bad movie. It's a
None
good
of them are
movie.
10 out of 10, so.
I think the
That's fair.
closest,
They're
in
good
my
movies.
opinion, I think
Winter Soldier. I'm not a 10 out of 10 Winter Soldier, but
Not a 10 out of 10. It's a
Okay.
great movie, but it's not a 10 out of 10 for me.
I'm with
I
you
just
on
feel
that,
like
actually. I mean, Infinity
liked-
War.
Infinity War was so different from everything previously we got in MCU. Like Thanos won. He crushed the Avengers, everything.
It was
And
pretty much
I
different
just
than anything
I-
we've ever gotten.
my
period.
whole theater was silence. Everybody walked out. Nobody made sounds. It was I like it. I've rewatched
I mean,
it so many times.
I could
I
agree.
agree
with
it's
you.
a 10.
There's
Yeah, it's a
there's only
10.
a couple movies that I have in that 9, 5, 10 range, but the only one that I can definitively say is a 10 is Infinity War.
Okay, Infinity War is a 10, but Thor: Love and Thunder isn't. I'm just
Thor: Love and Thunder
is
A 6 at max.
Civil War. I love Civil War. I have that one as a 10.
Civil
War's
War
great.
is a great
Like a
movie.
9, 9, 5.
They
There's a
adapted
lot
the
of
comic
things
well
they
for
could've
what they
done.
had.
Exactly. Like if they had more characters, it'd be a way better movie in my opinion.
Exactly. But like they didn't have
Facts.
the rights to a lot of them or the setup, so they just
Exactly.
kind of did what they had and it worked.
That's
It did
facts.
work, yeah. All right. Y'all wanna talk a little bit about Battle World and the Deadpool 3 rumors surrounding it?
Let's do
Get
it.
into it.
So basically, the rumor is that Deadpool 3 is going to start out with Deadpool in prison, and the TVA are bringing in like Hugh Jackman, and he's going to help Deadpool break out. They're going to go save the Fox universe, and the TVA is going to be pulling people from each universe to put on Battle World. But not every character will go to Battle World.
Interesting. Why are they doing this though? Like, why do you think they're pulling them and putting them on Battle World? Because
The
it
only
was
thing
Doom.
that makes sense is, yeah, it was Doom. So, like, the only thing that makes sense is if that version of Kang did become the Beyonder. Like, I mean, he kind of has to be.
Yeah. But why is the TVA doing it for him instead of him? You see what I'm saying?
The TVA
What?
works for a Kang already.
Yeah.
Okay, that is true. And with Loki, like them mentioning the time streams are like breaking, right? Is there a way that they're pulling these certain characters out to save them in a way?
Yeah,
like they're
Battle
being
World is
destroyed.
like the Earth that's not going to be destroyed. It's where like we'll see majority of the actual MCU characters go as well, whenever their Earth dies or whatever.
Interesting. I mean,
But
yeah,
no, what were you gonna say?
I was just say I agree with Brandon stuff. Like I'm struggling to see where this is tying together and why they're doing that, but it still would be sick.
I agree.
It would be
I
sweet,
think we
sweet
get a
to
lot of cool
watch.
matchups. Yeah.
100%.
I mean, this is what we've all been wanting, kind of. Anyway, we want to see. This is what we want to see. I mean, maybe not necessarily everybody fighting each other, but this is what we want to see. We want to see. We want
Settle to some
everybody back.
debates.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Settle some debates. I see
Exactly.
what you.
Yeah.
I know what you
But
mean.
also, don't like just do it to do it. Like, we need a story with it.
Yeah, don't
Like,
just be like, oh,
Facts,
here's
yeah.
John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
yeah.
Again. Here you
Here's all
go.
these cool nostalgic characters on Battle World. How
What
they
I
get
think
here,
would
I
be
don't know.
cool to happen. So you know how like at the end of Days of Future Past, like Logan goes back to the main timeline and everyone's alive, like all together, all the
Mhm.
X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
What if what if Secret Wars ends with something like that, where like we see an OG X-Men, Avengers, everybody on one Earth, and then the MCU just completely reboots and restarts completely, brand new, everything.
That would be terrible. That would be.
I don't
I
like
mean,
that.
not
Yeah.
terrible, but that would. It's like you
It'd
can
be
have
cool
your cake or
and
you can
whack.
eat it.
I think we're gonna
Yeah,
get a
'cause-
Flashpoint situation where not like comic book. I mean, not movie Flash, but like they're going to bring them all to Battle World. We're gonna get this big fight. Someone is going to take the Beyonder's powers at the end and use it, and a lot of people are gonna die. A lot of characters that we're gonna
Doctor
love are gonna die.
Strange.
Someone's gonna take his power and reset it, and we're gonna get our reboot, our soft reboot.
It's
And there's gonna
100%
be-
going to be Doctor
yeah.
Strange.
There's gonna be some slight changes. It is because he's like the Iron Man of this phase.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can see it.
And he's gonna die most likely doing it.
Probably.
But he's going to be the one to reboot it and bring a lot of those characters over.
Ooh, what if
The
this
only-
is how he becomes? What if this is how he becomes Dormammu?
He becomes Dormammu?
Yeah.
When?
He's Dormammu.
Am I tripping? When? In the comics?
Yeah, in the comics. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know
I
that
don't
I
either.
really
didn't know that either.
Really?
Oh, okay.
I
well,
haven't read a lot of Doctor Strange. Yeah. That,
Yeah, I did
that
not
would
know
be
that.
crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And I think maybe in the MCU he is too. I'm not completely sure, but I know in the comics he becomes Dormammu.
If
Interesting.
I'm not mistaken, I could be completely mistaken, but I believe he voices Dormammu in the MCU.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Oh. Learn something
I
new
did
every
know
day,
that,
I
but I
guess.
didn't
Yeah.
know he becomes
Look,
Dormammu.
Secret
That's
Wars is
crazy.
not going to be a hit if we don't get Batman riding Optimus Prime punching a T-Rex in the face. I'm going to walk out of the theater.
Yeah.
They're going to bring everyone.
And then Dom
I
Toretto,
just-
family.
I think
Dom Toretto
if the
drives the
MCU
Charger into
reboots,
Optimus Prime.
if they do that soft reboot, they should only keep the younger heroes and maybe like Thor.
Yeah. And just the
That's
newer
it.
people they introduced and stuff.
I don't think they're going to keep Thor either. I think he's done with Marvel after his contract, just with like all the
I think
stuff that
I
came
think
out.
he'll
Well,
die,
who do they
too.
have to keep? Who do they have to keep? Obviously,
Miss
they have to
Marvel is
keep-
staying.
They have to keep Peter or
It
Peter
Quill.
depends. It depends on if he wants to stay.
No, Peter.
'Cause, like,
Quill.
he could-
Peter Quill.
Oh! I thought you
Because
said
they
I
said
don't
to
think
start.
so.
Parker.
They said he's gonna return though.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he could return
he's
in those
gonna.
Avengers films.
They just announced a Nova series, so
he could
I
return
think
in
he's-
that too. Yeah.
I think he's gonna return in
Oh.
that, and he's gonna be wearing
Yeah.
his classic blue and yellow like Nova outfit.
Hopefully,
I mean,
yeah.
if they do end up making another Guardians movie, he'll be in the movie. There's no way he
Oh, for
won't.
sure.
He's one of the main stars of that franchise.
100%.
Well, they got to make another Guardians movie. They can't just like leave that team and then them just appear in Kang Dynasty. You know?
Yeah, I'm
Like, we have
hoping.
a
Yeah,
brand
I'm
new
hoping
team.
that when they say there's
But they
not going to be
can.
another, I'm
I mean,
hoping
yeah.
that when they say there's not going to be another Guardians, is that they mean the original core Guardians. I hope there's like at least a show, or a show would be fire, or like
The
a
thing is,
movie
it
or-
won't be directed by James Gunn though.
Yeah, I know, and it's
Which
yeah.
is the
He'll
word.
definitely help in some way.
For
you
sure.
know, he like whoever does it is definitely going to try and ask for his advice.
For sure.
and
Because
stuff.
he's not going to want whoever's taking it up to tarnish what he's built.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bro created the best trilogy in the MCU. It's
Mhm.
easily the best trilogy.
It's one of for
Arguably.
sure. Yeah, it's definitely one of.
Arguably.
What's the other one? I think Captain America is
Dude,
arguably.
Captain America is my.
Yeah, it's
I
like
mean, I like both. I
neck and
can't
neck.
ever come to like whichever one I've watched recently is the one I like more. And I've been watching, or I'm on Captain America: Civil War, so I've seen the other two recently.
Yeah, I still got Guardians just barely, but yeah, I agree. Captain America is the only one I could see coming like close to it.
I feel like Guardians would be top for me if they actually killed somebody in the third one.
Yes,
Fair.
Dude, they did
I was
like a
tired of
lot
all,
of
like, the
misdirecting.
the bait. Yeah, they kept baiting us.
Yeah,
with Rocket
dude,
and
I
Drax
I
and
really thought Quill was dead. I
Same.
thought
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
so did
there
I.
his
was
face
no
blew
way.
up and everything. I mean, it's
Dude,
like he is a
exactly.
human. Like that's a dead person, but I guess not. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, because
And the fact that
he's disconnected from his powers now.
exactly. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's just a human dude in space. When he blow up like that, that's kind of means you're
I
you're
just want to
dead.
see more Adam
but-
Warlock. Like I want more of his. He's such a big part of the comics. I want to see more of
Yeah.
his character.
Yep, and like hopefully like matured because they
Yeah.
kept on using that like excuse that he's immature because they took him out too early or whatever. So I want to see
Yeah.
that more badass.
I think they did
version.
that just to not make him too overpowered. Because if he was mature, he would have known how to use his powers too much, and then like
Yeah.
it would have been over. Bro's like Thanos level power.
Yeah.
So
But hopefully, come Secret Wars, that he can play like
Yeah.
a big role and be more
against the
comic accurate.
Beyonder and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Or like
right.
Galactus, if there's gonna be Galactus in there.
Ooh, please. I don't think they're gonna do what's it called? I think they're gonna do Fantastic Four, but they're not gonna do X-Men until after the reboot. Unfortunately, there's just not
I
enough
think
time.
they'll introduce someone that is either a mutant or an X-Men. But yeah, I don't think they'll do the whole team.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right. Keeping on the rumor train, it is just announced that the animated Crisis on Infinite Earths movie is going to be split into 3 parts, or it's rumored to be. What are y'all's thoughts on it? Any theories as to why they're doing that?
Initial thoughts. I don't love it because it's like just like 3 parts. It's like, I mean, are we gonna have to wait for each part?
Is
The
it going
first
to be
one
like
comes out
Spider-Verse?
next year.
Yeah, I know, but then I'm saying, and then we're gonna have to wait like a year for the second part, and then another year for the third part.
Well,
It's kinda just like,
DC,
alright, bro, 3
the
parts,
animated
come on.
films come out pretty quickly, and if they already got a storyline for 3 parts, I feel like we won't have to wait that long.
I'd hope so.
But is it? It's a movie release, right? They're releasing it in movies, like in theaters.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
we might have
At least
to
think
wait
that's
for
what
it.
so.
that's what they said. And so I'm just like, even if it's half a year, it's just like, bruh, come on. Like, it's such a money grab. It's just like all the parts ever since Infinity War, every big movie is getting turned into multiple parts. And now 3 parts, it's just like, bruh, come on.
Yeah, like
3
I feel
parts,
like it needs. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it at least needs, like 2 parts. They couldn't
Yeah.
fit
2
that
parts.
whole story in
Yeah,
one
no,
movie.
exactly. But 3 parts is kind of just like, damn, bruh. Like, are you serious? Like, we're gonna spend 3
What are
years
you?
watching
It's
the
a
same
it's a
movie.
big story. I just watched an entire like hour-and-a-half breakdown on Crisis because I haven't read it, and it went through everything. It's a big story, but 3 like hour and a half
That's what I'm
plots. Like
saying.
it's just there's not much you can do with it.
I mean, but they can't 100% adapt the comic unless they completely do like a new universe and bring in all these new characters like immediately. They're going to have to use all these universes that have been created, animation, live action, all of it.
They could use
And
the
that's
first
why-
movie as a setup.
I think that so the Flash from Flashpoint is the same Flash that goes to the DCAMU and then the Tomorrowverse. It's the same Flash, same Barry Allen. So that Flash is the one that is 100% going to die. There's no doubt in my mind that that Flash is finally going to die. Yes, because I mean he's technically done like 3 Flashpoints now.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm with you on that. I mean, if he's I mean, at the end of the day too, if he's like the main Barry Allen in Crisis, he has to die. Otherwise,
exactly.
It's weird how they flipped it. Like they did Flashpoint, kind of like they did like Flashpoint, New 52, Rebirth, then Crisis instead of Crisis, Flashpoint, New 52, and then I guess the Tomorrowverse is kind of Rebirth-ish. Like it's not really.
I feel like it's more like New Frontier, but like
New Frontier.
Newer. Yeah.
Like post Doomsday Clock, kind of like
yeah,
continuity.
It's like a fresh start kind of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird.
I just thought about like if they're gonna do 3 parts, and if that whole thing with James Gunn talking about how animated movies, TV shows, video games, all that stuff, movies, it's all gonna be interconnected. If that's the case, then maybe they're using like it's gonna be kind of like a 2-part movie, and then the 3rd part is kind of gonna like tie it into live action, maybe. That could be interesting.
Do we think this Crisis is going to be the DCU's Crisis on Infinite Earths, and they're just going to use it as an excuse to be like, "Oh, this has already happened in our universe"?
Because that is way too hard to adapt to live action. Way too hard.
Yeah.
Like even Secret Wars is about to be hard for Marvel to adapt to live action. So doing Crisis would be ridiculous. We saw what other Earths looked like in the Flash movie, so it's probably a negative from me to do that in live action again.
At least not for like 15 plus.
Which means we're probably going to get Wally in the DCU because Barry's going to die, and then we're going to transfer to live.
That's what I think. That's what I think. And then, so then in 5 to 10 years, when you bring Barry back, if and when you do the Rebirth movie, Jeff Johns.
Wait a minute, Supergirl dies in Crisis, but he's planning a Supergirl movie. What's our thoughts on that?
I don't know. See, that's my whole thing with like if it is gonna, like maybe she just won't die in the animated one. Like I mean, I don't know. So
maybe it won't be connected to James' universe. You know, maybe this was planned before he came in and they just announced it. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's possible.
I'd say her death is a major part though, because her death is
really, a major part.
Motivated Superman to like.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're using Crisis to low key reboot the universe, I mean, Supergirl eventually comes back anyways. So
yeah. But no, doesn't she come back from some like when they like change the continuity again? Like, how does she come back?
Yeah, but technically, like, I don't think the 3rd Crisis is going to like 100% lead into James Gunn universe. I think characters will be pulled from other universes, such as Jensen Ackles' Batman from the animated Tomorrowverse going to the DCU, and like maybe we'll see David, you know, in the movie, either animated or live action version of him,
to bring
and he'll go to that universe. Yeah.
Okay.
Or like something like that. And maybe that'll explain why there's already heroes in the DCU or whatever.
Okay.
Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, yeah.
It can make sense.
And then get them to voice it and go ahead and like solidify that they're these characters
exactly.
now. I could see it.
Makes sense. But I mean, with all that being said, 3 parts or not, I'm excited.
Me too.
And theatrical releases will be fun, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, guys. So the final piece of news: Hasbro has just announced a brand new Marvel Legends HasLab figure, and it is something I am very, very excited for because just before the podcast, I backed it, pre-ordered it, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, the HasLab is Giant Man, set to release in fall 2024 for $200. Well, what do you guys thoughts on this?
I think it looks sick, but 200 is crazy.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth.
Can't drop 200 on it.
If it was a character that I personally was like into a little bit more, I would probably cop because they're really going in on like the details here. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the fingers.
Yeah, that was probably
articulated.
Yeah.
It comes with 2 different faces. They can go under the mask. I'm not 100% sure how that's gonna work.
Yeah,
it looks like it works, I guess. So,
maybe it slides out.
Yeah, that's what they probably like from the underneath, but it definitely looks sick. The details look insane. The articulation for a HasLab looks insane. It looks awesome. I just won't be copying.
Yeah, I think it's just the price for me. I think Galactus was what, 300, 350,
something like that.
Yeah, and that came with 3 figures. It lit up. It came with multiple heads, not just faces. Um, I don't know. It's cool. It's just like Hasbro's really like upcharging their stuff a lot. Like you're not really getting any accessories. You're not getting an extra figure with the HasLab. You saw what they tried to do with the Ghost Rider, like a
Yeah,
car
Yeah.
and a figure for what $200,
It was
Yeah.
like
yeah.
300, I thought, or something
three
like that.
hundred.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I don't know. They're just kind of like I feel like a lot of people are moving away from Marvel Legends because yes, they're highly articulated, but like you're overcharging like crazy for figures that are just as good in quality as a regular like $20
I agree.
McFarlane.
Yeah.
They should have put an Ant-Man head in there, even if it's just like an empty helmet as like an accessory
I
or
was thinking the
something.
same thing. Yeah, but
That'd be
I just want
cool.
a wasp. Like put a wasp with it. Like
I mean,
Yeah,
you
that'd
have
be
it's
dope too.
definitely sick. It's definitely super sick. Don't
it
get me
looks
Yeah.
wrong.
cool.
Yeah, don't get us wrong. The detail is pretty crazy. Like I mean, you just look in on the suit and everything. Really cool. Really
24 inches is
detailed.
crazy too. That's a big
Yeah,
figure.
back to
Yeah.
that size comparison. I mean, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
huge. But
Now my only problem is they need to make Galactus bigger.
yeah, low key. So then now at this point, who's are any of us copping? Mac, I think you said you might cop, right?
Yeah. Oh,
He already did.
I
Oh, you
bought
already
it right
did.
before this.
Hey, W. I
fire.
can't blame you. I'm excited to see that once you get that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But
And then you say something about some a certain amount of backers gets different like heads.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it needs 10,000 backers to get the thing going, the project going. 12,000 we get the I think it's the zombie face and that kind of stuff. 14,000 backers we will get the scroll face, and I believe that that's the kind of stuff that comes with it. I don't think there was anything else that was coming with it, but so I'm hoping it gets to that because I do want those a little more bang for my buck. But yeah,
that would be
so
That'd be
sick.
fire.
go buy it,
That
or
zombie
go
one
ask your
sounds
parents to buy it
fire.
for you.
Facts. Yeah,
Especially if
if
you
you
already
like
have some
Ant-Man or
Marvel
Giant
zombie
Man.
figs.
Hmm?
I said especially if you already have some Marvel zombie figs, like that would be
Yeah.
pretty cool to the shelf.
That'd be
Oh
dope.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, if you like Giant Man, go cop that because that's sick. But all right, let's jump in to Wavelength. New game, new segment we're gonna do on here. Some of you guys watching might know what this is, but basically it's a mini game where one of us is gonna kind of like be in the seat or whatever, and we have to try and guess a number that the rest of us have all settled on. And basically how that's gonna work is so if I were to be the person guessing, the other three guys would have a number that they all agree on. Say that number is 7, then I would ask each of them, like say for example, I'd ask Stu, hey, give me an MCU movie, and he would give me a movie that he thinks is a 7 out of 10. And then I'd say, hey, Mac, give me a DC movie, and he'd give me a DC movie that he thinks is a 7 out of 10. So on and so forth, whatever the question. It could be, give me a Star Trek show, give me a whatever, give me whatever. It has to be a 7 out of 10. And then we'll do 4 questions. So one person will answer twice, but and then we'll try to guess what that number was. So basically, Brandon, you're gonna guess first.
Okay, let me turn around so y'all can get a number.
All right, yeah, turn around. Let's do, what are you thinking? All right, you're good.
I'm good. All right,
You get 4 questions.
4 questions.
And you have to
All
ask
right,
a specific person though. Only one person answers.
all right, Nate, give me a Marvel movie.
Okay. All Marvel, not just MCU. So I'm gonna
Yeah, all
say
Marvel. Yeah, give me all Marvel.
fan 4 stick.
Ooh, that's low. That's like, depending on who you are, that's like a 1 to a 3. All right, Mac, you play Assassin's Creed, right?
A couple of them.
Give me an Assassin's Creed game.
Oh gosh. Hmm. Let's go with I can't remember what it's called. Let's go with the one in Egypt.
Origins. Okay. I like it, but a lot of people don't. I'm sticking towards 3 right now. Stu, give me a DC EU movie.
Batman versus Superman.
Ooh, I'm going back down to one because I love it, but I know y'all don't. All right, one more. Give me a comic book writer, Nate.
Comic book writer. Oh man, this is kind of tough. Uh, God, that's actually hard. I'll say and be real, this is my perspective, not yours. Frank Miller.
Okay. Yeah. Crap. I know you don't hate Frank Miller. I mean, I don't think you like him that much either. So that's my 4 questions. All right, so I got Fan Four Stick, I got Origins, BVS, and Frank Miller. I'm gonna go 4.
Ah, it's five.
Mm.
Dang it.
Five.
5?
Yeah, I didn't think you were
Fan
gonna
Four
think
Stick
Fan
was a
Force.
5?
Yeah, five is terrible. Well, I was thinking that like,
5 is mid.
wait, but
That's
there's not
middle.
that many Marvel movies that are five or like a five. Like most of them are pretty good.
God.
So I was just
Well,
thinking of bad.
Origins kind of messed me up because like I like
I just wanted to
Origins, but
get you down.
yeah.
But
Dang.
yeah, see, that's
All
tough.
right. I also thought Stu hated BVS way more. But then you said
Yeah, it's
Frank
like
Miller, and I was like, okay, you like Frank Miller a little bit.
yeah, it's like yeah,
So,
Frank Miller is like a five for me. But all right, I'll go. I'll guess now. So I'll turn around.
all right, what are we thinking?
What do y'all want?
Okay.
All right,
Got
yeah.
it. You're good. Turn around.
Let's do okay. Brandon, give me an MCU show.
Ooh, a show. Okay. Moon Knight.
Okay. Okay. Mac, give me a animated movie.
Ooh, let's go with Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs. 2.
Two. Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Thinking similar area. Stu, give me a fast food restaurant.
McDonald's.
Oh, okay. Okay. Last question, Brandon. Give me an MCU movie.
MCU. Dang. Give me Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, all right. I'm going with 7.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
All right. You know, the whatever McDonald's moved me up because for me, McDonald's is high for me just for like
Yeah.
iconicness and stuff. So I was like, wait, that could be like a 10, but then you brought me back down with
Yeah.
Far
I
From
like
Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home, but like I know people think it's kind of more the
I
middle
don't.
tier.
It's my least favorite of the. Or
It's
no, it's
my
my second.
favorite.
It's my second favorite. Homecoming's my least favorite of the three. But I still they're not bad. But all right, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right, bet. Let's
No,
do
no, turn around, Stu.
yeah. Turn
We're not.
around.
What are
Yeah,
we thinking?
Mac, you thinking that? All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
you're
Y'all
go.
good.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mac, give me a DC Comics character.
Ooh.
Hmm. Let's go with Dang. Let's see. Let's go with Osmandius from the Watchmen.
Okay. Okay. All right, Brandon, give me a Justice League member.
Of the main 7? Or just in general?
Any Justice League member.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm gonna go with Guy Gardner's Green Lantern.
Okay. All right. Nate, give me an MCU movie.
Movie. Black Widow.
Okay. All right. Brandon, give me an Avenger from the MCU.
Ooh, Avenger. Endgame Hulk.
Nice.
Is it one?
Oh, no, it's
it's
two.
two.
Oh my god.
Dude, those
Dang.
numbers are tough. Those are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mac, your last one up. Turn around. Or, yeah, I guess that works.
Turn around.
Promise you're not looking. All right, let's do.
Where?
On my mama.
That's what I was
All right.
thinking.
You're good.
Down.
All right, Nate, give me a Batman villain.
Joker.
Okay. Brandon, give me give me a season of the year.
Like fall, winter, that stuff.
Yeah.
Give me spring. I don't know. I don't like any of them. I don't go outside.
Stu, give me any Marvel superhero.
Spider-Man.
All right, Nate, give me a DC speedster.
Flash. Barry Allen Flash.
Mm. Oh, 10?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Bro, I had no
I didn't know
idea
if
what
it
to
was
say for
9 or
season. I was like, bro, I don't really
I
like
would have gone with
any of them
fall.
that much.
I would have gone with fall.
Mhm.
Yeah, they all are kind
I
of
would have
just
gone with fall.
fall and spring are kind of the
But
same for me.
I thought you, Loki, were maybe gonna say winter since you're a Florida boy. That like
Yeah,
it's
I don't
just
like
like,
extreme cold, but I don't like extreme hot. So
but it
spring
doesn't
and
get like
fall are like my top.
extremely cold there for you.
I mean, for me it does, but for y'all probably not because y'all are from like Colorado and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Indiana,
yeah, it gets
so-
like negatives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me,
Snowing,
for me it's
blizzards.
cold. Like 30 degrees is cold for me.
That's fair.
But
50 degrees. I need to put on a sweatshirt.
exactly, yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, that's Wavelength. Y'all probably seen it before. We'll play that more often and stuff. I thought that was a lot of fun.
That was fun. We should definitely do that
That
again.
was good.
That was fun.
Did 3 of us get it right, or 2 of us?
Me and you got it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and
it
you
was
got it
me
right.
and
Me and Stu missed it by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good at this because we were all close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was fun. We'll only get better.
All right, guys, we're bringing it back again. We got King of the Hill. So it's either suggestions from y'all or us to get a superpower and a super weakness as OP or as dumb or as silly as we want. They've been pretty interesting so far. So let's see what we got. We're gonna pull them from a hat. We got our boy Brandon. So Brandon, let's see what's going on. We'll have Stu go first.
Stu,
Okay.
your superpower for this week is shrinking/growing. Quite like Ant-Man. That's your ability.
Bro's
Okay.
the new HasLab.
Your weakness.
Weakness is $200.
You have the coordination of a 4-year-old.
Oh, that's
Okay.
brutal. When you're huge, there's just you can't even do. But we could.
Bro's gonna stomp on people. All right, Mac,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
up next. Your power is telepathy.
Ooh.
Is that the moving stuff with my mind?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's what I thought.
But your weakness is you can't walk. You're in a wheelchair.
I do know Professor X pretty much.
Basically,
Dude, low
except without
key.
the mind
Low key,
reading.
yeah.
No, it's
All right, Nate, you have all the knowledge in the world.
ooh.
But you have the IQ of an average toddler.
Wait, what? Okay, so I
don't know
I
how
just
that
double
works.
negative myself and I lost.
For me, I have a Green Lantern ring. This was one of our suggested from the comments. And my weakness is I die if anyone bites me.
Okay, I might be able to get you out.
With a Green Lantern ring, bro?
No, but IQ of a 4-year-old, I'm just thinking.
Really?
How is that supposed to work?
I'm a grow real big and just fall on all three of you, and
But-
yeah, it's over.
Green
I'm gonna
Lantern's
use
force
my
fields, bro.
telepathy. I'm gonna use my telepathy to just make you fall on the other two.
Bro, we're just gonna knock your wheelchair over.
Okay, well, I'm out.
Yeah, bro.
I'm out because I have all the knowledge in the world, but I forgot it. Yes. And then I think it's
You have
I'm
all
leaning-
the knowledge, but you don't have the intelligence.
yeah.
yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Mac because I feel like his weakness doesn't really affect him that much because he's
Yeah, I'm just in a wheelchair.
Oh, but who can bite me? You're just out. You're getting.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. No,
Yeah,
I'm out. But I think Mac could probably take your ring off, just like with telepathy.
But then he's in a wheelchair. How is he gonna bite me?
No,
I'll
I'm
bite
saying,
you.
but but once your
I'll grow
wheels,
really small and then go bite both of you.
yeah, true.
But you have the coordination of 4. You're gonna be falling.
It's all right. You won't be
Yeah,
able to
dude.
see me coming.
Stu could just
That's
grow
fair.
huge and just open his mouth and fall,
Yeah.
and then you would just be in his mouth.
But if
and
I
then
have a strong enough construct, it'll like kill him.
I don't think you got the willpower.
But see,
be
I
honest.
think
What?
I'm guessing Mac's first thing he would do with telepathy and you having a ring is take your ring off.
Yeah.
Well, that can't always be because like not everyone can take off Green Lantern's ring.
But
Like-
you've got the will of Hal
But
Jordan.
I'm built different.
I'm assuming if I have the ring.
Are you just assuming I can't do that because I'm in a wheelchair? Is that-
Wow. No,
Well,
that's
you
a
won't
tough
be
one.
after we throw you out of it. So.
Look who came crawling back.
I think it's between. Hey, I mean, Green Lantern ring is.
That's what I'm saying.
As OP
We
as
asked
it
you a couple
gets.
weeks ago, and I was like, "What weapon in the entire DC universe would you pick?" And you picked the ring.
No, I know,
and,
but
like-
the fact that I mean, Stu could be microscopic and go by.
You ain't gonna see
That
me
is true.
coming. I'm a
But if I have
step
a-
on Mac, and you're not gonna see me
I
coming.
have a light, strong construct around me. You can't get through that, even no matter how small you are.
But you're really gonna be doing that?
Depends
Yeah,
I'm
you-
gonna have a force field.
No, but do you because like did you know that he was gonna come bite you?
I mean, if I
Exactly, he
okay, if
doesn't
we're all
always
standing
have
in a
it on.
battlefield,
But
and
there's gotta be a
immediately
point
Stu
where, like-
shrinks. I'm putting up a force field. All right,
You
and
ain't
I'm
gonna
letting
see me
them.
shrink.
You're there, and then you're not.
No,
What do you
here's
mean?
how I see it go
He
down.
pulled up,
So
shrunk.
Max gonna take your ring, then I'm gonna immediately shrink down and go bite you. All right,
So y'all are double teaming me.
and
While
then,
Nate's
and
over
then I'm
here
just
just
gonna
like,
immediately grow, step like a 4-year-old, then step right on Mac, just like boom.
You're gonna
right
step on
down
someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah, whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Wait, couldn't he use his
He
telepathy to
is a
stop?
Wanda fan. He is a Wanda fan.
That's tough. I
Couldn't he
think,
use his telepathy to stop your foot though, and just
Yeah,
tip
for
you
real.
over?
You know,
You
I
have the
think-
coordination of a 4-year-old. He
Yeah,
can just tip
okay.
you over.
So
as someone
that
with
is
all the
true.
knowledge, I think
Bro, I was gonna try to win.
I think Brandon wins unless Stu and Mac work together. If they work together, you're out, and then they're just gonna
Let's
have
just
to
work together,
like
and then
1v1.
we'll fight it
Yeah,
out later.
yeah.
What?
We
Yeah,
take-
so
we take
we're
out Brandon.
working together, and you're dead.
And then what you guys didn't realize is what I just did there is with all my knowledge, you guys are gonna kill each other because you guys are both OP, and then I'm just standing there the whole time. Oh,
Wait, so how am I
I
gonna
won.
kill him? Then he
He's
also
like, ooh,
kills
look at
me.
these pretty clouds.
Oh, it's over. I won.
No, there's actually a plot twist. So when Mac uses his telepathy on me, I fall backwards onto you. You're
There's
just dead.
actually a plot twist.
Yes.
Well, actually, we don't know where he's at because he's invisible. Remember? So
Oh,
yeah, you
Double plot twist.
double plot twist. He's invisible the whole time.
I
But
think
he's
this is a
allergic to
tough one.
pizza. But he has the intelligence of a 3-year-old, so he really likes pizza. So he's gonna end up dying.
He's
End up
Ah.
gonna
getting
eat the
out.
pizza and die.
Okay.
He's like, I know I can't have pizza, but I like pizza, so I'm gonna eat pizza.
Yeah,
we
no,
will leave
this-
it up to the viewers because I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah, let
I
us
don't
know
know.
who wins. I'm taking me.
I'm taking me too. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
I guess I'm gonna stick with the trend and
Every week, Nate's like, no matter what Nate has, he's like, I'm the best. I'm gonna win.
Hey, true. Nah, I'm
Bro
playing,
will be
but
like, has no powers, dies from existing, and he'll be like, I win.
I feel like, well, if you think about it. All right, well, that's that. Let's jump into a bracket. We haven't done a bracket in a while. This time we got 32 best-ish live action TV shows of all time. We basically just got 32 TV shows, live action, like I said. We left out sitcoms and comedies and stuff like that, so because we're gonna do something with those later. But 32 seed bracket, let's jump right into it. Starting off with our round one being Breaking Bad versus Superman and Lois. That's unfortunate.
Superman and Lois.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's very important for Breaking Bad. That sucks.
I
They've
mean, I'm gonna be
eliminated
real
first
here.
round.
See, I've never told you all this because I wanted to save it for this. I have never seen Breaking Bad.
Neither have I.
Really?
Neither have I.
I've seen the first
Whoa,
two
okay,
episodes.
I'm allowed
What's
alone.
going on, guys?
I'm not
Well,
alone.
no,
What
okay,
the
I've seen
hell,
episodes. I've
bro?
seen like 3 or 4 episodes of it. I just
I've
I've seen
haven't-
an episode.
There's no way Superman and Lois beats Breaking Bad
No,
on any
I was gonna
type
say-
I
of
agree.
category.
Yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
I
have
was
to
gonna
agree.
say without
Like,
even seeing it, I'm with
Oh,
Breaking
yeah.
Bad.
okay, yeah.
I'm giving it to Breaking Bad too. I was just kidding. Yeah, it's
Only
one of the-
episode I've ever seen was when the like person like fell through the floor with like acid through the tub.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're
I know
trying to
what
like
you're talking about,
acid
yeah.
someone. I
I
don't
think
know.
Yeah.
it's one of the like highest award-winning shows of like all time.
Yeah, it is.
So like,
It's
I
really
need to see.
good.
I just
moving
never.
So
Bad.
good.
Like I told y'all, and I'll tell everyone watching at home. I'm not the biggest TV show guy, so bear with me. Second round though, we got The Sopranos versus Agents of Shield.
I hate like gangster mob stuff. I'm going Agents of Shield. That
Yeah,
show was
I
so good.
can't be biased here, so I'm gonna go Sopranos.
I agree.
I've seen both, and I love Agents of Shield, but I gotta go Sopranos.
I'm with you on that. I'm going Sopranos.
Mac.
I mean, I've seen bits of Agent of Shield. I haven't seen Sopranos, but I agree with you. It's like I don't like the whole. Hey, I'm in the mafia. Hey, you know.
I break your legs, spaghetti, whatnot.
So we're
yeah.
two.
Yeah,
We're
hey.
2-2, but we can't. I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't
okay,
seen
we
either of
haven't
these shows
seen
all the
it,
way through.
but
but
like, it's just The Godfather with the multiple seasons. Like, it's like, how many mob shows are you gonna make? You know, like you can only do
It's
so
like,
much.
I mean, it's one
It's
of
just
the
like so legendary.
best ones though. Like you say, like how many can you do? But it's like the number one
Yeah.
show in that category.
Where Agents of Shield is not the number one show in that category at all.
No, and it's technically not even canon to the MCU.
Yeah, true.
I think it's a
guess.
shout to just have Shields in here.
Yeah,
I agree with that because I mean, there's way better shows than Agents of Shield.
we can move Sopranos forward.
All right.
I'll give in.
Next one, we got Squid Game versus Lost. I want to go
I've
for
never
Lost.
seen Lost.
I haven't
Lost?
either, but I want to give it to it just because it's a longer.
I watched
Wait,
it,
what
longer
is
show.
Lost?
and I liked it.
What's
it's
it
like
about?
all these people. So it's like a plane crashes and they all get stuck on the island, and there's like a whole bunch of weird. It's like kind of like a supernatural island, but not really. And there's weird stuff going on and lots of drama. It's like Survivor, but like if the island was like haunted
I
or
got
like
you. Yeah.
like
Sounds
I
fire.
heard it. Apparently, it was like super big on TV, but
I
it
mean,
had
yeah,
one
it
of
was
the
huge.
worst endings of any TV show like ever.
But Squid Game is huge, especially
I
when it
mean,
was
I've
coming out.
seen Squid Game. I like Squid Game. So I mean, just because I haven't seen Lost, I'll put Squid Games through.
I'll vote
I'm gonna go
Squid Game.
Lost.
I was gonna go with Lost too.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I
Like-
don't care enough that I'll switch to Lost.
That's
Yeah.
fine with me.
Yeah, I just feel like Lost had a whole bunch of seasons, and even though that ending
Exactly,
was horrible,
that was my
do y'all know
yeah.
about the ending?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
so like
I haven't seen
I
the
guess
show.
I'll spoil it real quick.
No,
but
don't spoil it.
don't spoil
Do
it.
not. I might want to check it out. Don't
Oh, okay.
spoil anything.
Okay, I haven't even seen it, and I've heard the ending, and
All
it's
right.
not good.
Oh,
Next
yeah.
round, another show I have not seen, Better Call Saul, but it's up against Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Better Call Saul.
Daredevil.
Better Call
Daredevil.
Saul. It's better. No,
No.
guys.
Better Call Saul is just a
Guys.
Breaking Bad spinoff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
a lot
I
more
haven't
than
seen-
that,
I-
but yeah,
I don't care
I
how
wanna
good it is. I'm not
hear-
taking a spinoff over Daredevil. There's no
dude,
way.
I would argue that it's better than Breaking Bad. That's how good Better Call Saul is.
Nah.
And
See, I
I
haven't
love
seen it.
Daredevil. I love Daredevil, but I cannot.
We're
I
talking
mean,
about
if
the
that
best. We're talking about top 3 comic book show of all time. Like
you're talking about like one of the best shows of all time. Better Call
nah,
Saul
I'm not.
is
I'm going Daredevil.
amazing. The ending is amazing. It makes all the stories in Breaking Bad make a lot more sense. Is what it does. It gives you context to characters that only appear so many times. It
So
brings a lot
really, it's
more.
only good if you
So-
watch Breaking Bad.
So it only exists.
Kind of. It kind of takes place before Breaking Bad, though, too. At the same time, it like
But
intertwines.
Okay. So again, it's like a spin-off show that kind of makes it good because it's in the Breaking Bad universe. Whereas Daredevil, it could not even be connected to them. It's not connected to the Marvel universe where it's at right now, like almost at all. There's a couple mentions of the Avengers, but like even without, if you take out Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Defenders, all that, Daredevil's still like a 10 out of 10 show.
Yes. Yes.
I
The
mean,
only
Better Call
one I
Saul
argue
was
is Punisher.
made. Better Call Saul was made from a side character in a TV show that became a hit later, and then he got more seasons in his own TV show because of being a side character in a show. I feel like that shows a lot more than, a superhero getting a show becomes very popular because he's a comic book character. Better Call Saul is just like an original character. Saul Goodman. I'm going Better Call Saul, and I'm sticking with it. But we can put whatever through.
I'm gonna go Daredevil.
Daredevil.
This is for Lord of the Rings and Star Trek. I'm going Daredevil.
All
Alright,
good.
you
Star
gotta have
Trek's
to know how I felt. You gotta know how I felt. It's that good day. I just have never seen Better Call Saul, so I can't speak for it.
It's all right. Chad will
Yeah.
speak for it. It's all good.
Exactly. All right,
That'll
this
speak
next
for
one
it.
though, this next one could be interesting. We got The Boys versus Narcos.
The
Boys. Yeah,
The
boys.
Boys.
Narcos
I've
is
never
really
seen
good.
I'm
Narcos.
cool
I
with
love
that.
Narcos.
I'm with you on that. Boys, in my opinion, The Boys is the best live action comic book TV show ever.
It
Period.
is.
At least
I
as of now.
agree. It's
Yeah.
at
As
least
of
top
now.
3. Like I can see some stuff argued over it, but it has to be in top 3.
You think it's better than
NCIS. Yes, I do. 100%.
WandaVision?
NCIS versus WandaVision. Well, some people actually like WandaVision, but some people really like
NCIS.
WandaVision.
Yeah, I'm going
NCIS.
NCIS. I like
Right.
WandaVision a lot, but like
WandaVision was good, but it
NCIS
got
was
us. It got us.
revolutionary.
I'm going NCIS as well. I didn't
I'm
love
going
WandaVision.
NCIS.
Because
I
then you
didn't
have,
feel-
because then that led to NCIS Los Angeles, NCIS New Orleans, and then I feel like there's
It's
another
not
one.
even it's not even those shows, just that whole aspect where each like you get to like see like these different like serial killers and like how they profile them and how they catch them. And Spencer Reed's my favorite character. He's so awesome. But yeah, it's a really interesting show. It's kind of like all the Law and Order shows. Like it's like
Mhm.
realistic, but also you get to see kind of this like everyday perspective. So
Wait,
I'm
were
with
you
you on
getting
that.
NCIS mixed up with Criminal Minds, or were you just saying?
oh,
being
I
back-
am. No,
Yeah,
I am.
no,
Put
Criminal
Criminal
Minds
Minds there
is- yeah.
instead. Oh, how did I mix up Criminal Minds with NCIS? Switch it. Criminal Minds.
Wait,
It's
I need to
obvious.
grab a charger real quick.
How am I freaking? I'm sorry. I got it mixed up.
It's too late.
Bro,
NCIS is
no,
in there.
too
So
late.
WandaVision move on then?
How did we not put Criminal Minds?
Because you
The-
didn't think of it? I was
Yeah,
like, I've
Because
never
I got
watched
it mixed up
that
with
Pretty
show.
much.
NCIS.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't seen it.
Just change the bracket real quick and throw Criminal
Okay.
Minds where NCIS is.
I can't,
Why are you
but
just-
I'll just say, whatever. Criminal Minds instead. We'll start over that one.
My phone was about to die. There we go.
Okay. Okay, next up, we got Criminal Minds versus WandaVision.
Going Criminal Minds.
I think we should have put NCIS on here instead of Criminal Minds, but I like Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I would go Criminal Minds. I mean, I didn't love WandaVision, so I'll go Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds.
It's cool with me.
All right, next
Go
up.
with me.
This
I'm
one is
just happy to be
interesting.
here.
I'm not cut up on Mando, so let me clarify. But we got Mando, as in Mandalorian, versus Arrow from CW.
Arrow.
I
Arrow's
will
the
go-
only consistent CW show. It never had a bad season.
I would
I
say Mando if season 3 was better.
Yeah, see, I was gonna
I
say
heard
I
season
want to
3
say
was bad.
I
Yeah.
want to say
Season 3 was
Mando,
pretty
but
bad.
I haven't. Like I said, I'm not caught up. I've only seen the
But
first.
there
two
is
seasons.
there's
Well, I
like
would
one
wanna
or
say
two
Mando,
bad
but
seasons
since-
at Arrow too, though. Like if I'm thinking about it like that. Like season
They're
4 of
okay
Arrow
seasons.
is terrible. No, bro. Season
Damien
4,
Dark wasn't that bad. There were some bad decisions
he killed
made.
Laurel. He killed Laurel.
Bad decision,
baddest
not a
decision
Yeah,
bad
that was
season.
in the
that
whole
was
show.
very whack.
It killed so many viewers left the show for that one.
To be
sole
fair,
reason.
though, it gave us a better Black Canary.
I mean, I don't think so because she was only in her early years as Black Canary. We could have seen like our Laurel grow to be like a way better character than Black Siren or whatever
But
her name was.
I like Dinah.
Oh, yeah. I want Laurel was better. Laurel and Ollie should have been together, not Felicity and Ollie. So
I mean, I'm with you
I'll
on
go
that.
Felicity and
Mando.
Ollie.
I'm going
Felicity and
Mando.
Ollie all day.
No, never.
Mandalorian for me.
I agree. Black Canary is way better in the comics, but like in the Arrow show, I'm giving it to Felicity.
You're going Mando as well, Mac?
Yeah, Mando.
I'm going Arrow.
Sorry, yeah, Mac.
See, it's
I'm
tough
going
because
Arrow.
I want to go Mando, but I haven't seen season 3 yet. So like that's why I probably hold Mando a little higher than it should be because I haven't seen the bad yet.
Okay, Deathstroke
It's not
season
that
and
bad.
Prometheus season
Yeah.
alone beats Mandalorian.
No, it doesn't. Luke
Dude, it's close,
Skywalker's
but I'm that's
re-entrance
what I'm
beats
saying, bro.
all of Arrow.
I'm
If
going
we're
with Mando.
Like thinking like that.
I was about to
It's
say, no way Nate betrays Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm going with Mando.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind. I thought interesting, not interesting. Outer Banks versus Stranger Things, and it's
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things in a
Stranger
landslide.
Things.
Then
Stranger-
landslide. Outer Banks was
Stranger
not that
Things,
good.
yeah.
Outer Banks
Outer
season
Banks
1 was
is
good.
overrated.
Season 2 and 3 it fell off so hard in my eyes.
I
in my
think
eyes.
season 3 fell off hard. I like
Especially
season 2.
2.
Season
2 was
pretty
okay,
good.
but it just progressively was worse.
I couldn't even finish
Exactly,
season
yeah. And now
one.
they're like-
Stranger Things
now
is
they're like
debatably the
Scooby-Doo.
opposite.
Yeah, like Outer Banks is now basically Scooby-Doo without the dog.
Facts.
Are they
All right.
going the Riverdale route?
Pretty
I don't know.
much.
They're just
like kind
It's
of.
just like it's so repetitive. It's so predictable. It's I don't know. But
yeah.
Stranger Things
Stranger
moves
Things.
on. Next up, we got Big Boy Game of Thrones versus Umbrella Academy.
I gotta give it. I've never seen Game of Thrones,
I
but
have-
I know
I
how
haven't
big it
finished
is.
it. I never
I have
finished
seen
it.
the first season. I've heard the ending sucks. So
I agree.
I'm going Umbrella Academy because I've liked all of it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I've
You know
seen
what?
bits and pieces of the Game of Thrones. I wasn't a big fan of it. I'm not. I know it's such an amazing show, but it's just like there's too much stuff going on in Port.
I'm
And,
with
and
you.
I'm not a
it's
big
too
fan of
much-
the medieval stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you know
like,
what?
and like in a show that just uses too much sex in it, in my opinion, like I don't know. Not a big fan of it. Not a big fan
I
of
can
it.
go Umbrella Academy. I watched the first season
Hey.
and I loved it.
I'm with y'all on that. I've only seen the first season of both. I could not get behind Game of Thrones. I strongly enjoyed Umbrella Academy. Sorry, everyone at home. We're 4-0 and Umbrella
Yeah.
Academy
Yeah.
over
Bye,
Game of Thrones. All right, next up, we got Law and Order SVU versus Atlanta.
Ooh,
Atlanta.
yeah.
All
Oh,
day.
but
What's
Law and Order,
Atlanta?
dude,
I
I
don't know what
grew
that
up
one
on
is.
those. That's the Childish
yeah, Law and Order.
Gambino,
I
Donald
used to watch that
Glover
with my
show.
mom. Like every single day, we were watching Law and Order SVU.
Dude, me too with my mom.
Atlanta is
My
Yeah,
fun.
mom
I
loved
haven't
that
like it was
shit.
every single
My
day.
mom loved that shit for some reason.
She had all like, did she have all the box set
Dude,
DVDs?
yes.
Yeah,
That
you know
that
so.
and ER.
ER, yep.
My mom loved that show. But I want to give it to Law and Order because I just, once
It's
again, classic
nostalgic
Nate.
for me.
I
Yeah.
haven't really watched Atlanta like that.
But Atlanta's
I
so
haven't
good. I've seen
finished
Atlanta.
but
I've
it's
heard great
so
things.
good, bro.
It's written, directed by Donald Glover,
Yeah.
Childish Gambino. It's
Dude,
really
it's so
good.
good.
I'm
But
going
I'm
Atlanta.
gonna have to go Law and Order. I really am.
Law and
It's
Order.
SVU,
because me
specifically
personally,
SVU.
I'm gonna go Law and Order as well.
It sucks because I love Atlanta.
All right, next up. Ooh, this one could be interesting. I know what I'm going with. Loki versus Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
I'm taking Peacemaker.
Loki
But
was
that
amazing.
it's
Best
close.
MCU show.
Yeah,
but
it's close, but I'm taking Peacemaker. I love Peacemaker. Like I genuinely loved it.
John Cena took this character that no one really like cared about,
Okay.
a one-off villain, and turned it into
Yes.
Just
Here's how I view it
amazing.
though. Peacemaker is like funny and like entertaining, but Loki had me like invested and staying up till 2 a.m. to see the
Yeah.
next episode.
Yeah.
That's
See,
true.
for me, it
I-
was the exact
ah.
opposite. For me, it was the exact opposite. I watched Loki, but I was not. I wasn't, and I still am not that invested in it. To be real.
They were both amazing
Or
shows.
Peacemaker, I was locked in, dude.
Not only
And
was it
I don't think it was just a
entertaining,
funny. Yeah,
it
I
was a
think
good
it was
story.
deep. Yeah, I think it was deep.
I
and
can't
plot hit.
choose. I'll go with whatever goes through. They're 50-50 for
What are
me.
you
So I'll
thinking,
go with
Mac?
whatever.
I haven't seen Peacemaker, but I'm not. I don't know. So I can't. I don't even know. I haven't even seen any clips from it. So I'm gonna go with Loki, but I'm sure that Peacemaker is good.
I think you kind of have to vote, Stu.
Yeah, you gotta vote.
We're Peacemaker. He's Loki. Are we tying it and
Dude,
debating
then I'm
more?
going Loki. I'm going Loki.
So then we
if
gotta
I
debate
have
more.
to choose,
We gotta
bro, I
debate
was
for it
way
then.
more hyped for Loki than I was Peacemaker.
See, for me, I'm
Like-
polar opposite.
Dude,
No, see, I'm
like
more
in
hyped for
Endgame,
Loki
Loki
season 2.
vanishes.
I am more
Exactly.
hyped for
Are
Loki
you more
season
hyped
2.
for Loki season 2 or Peacemaker season
Well,
2?
there isn't a confirmed Peacemaker season 2, or like
Yeah,
at
there
least
is.
there's not. Well, there's not like at least there's not like trailers and stuff like that.
But the thing is,
Or, like,
the reason
there's
why
just
I'm
more
hyped for
to be
Loki
hyped
season
about
2 is because of the MCU and because
Exactly.
we know that
Pretty
it's
much
going to lead up
everything.
to other things. We don't know where Peacemaker season 2 is going to go. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the only
excited
reason
for.
why.
I'm only excited for Loki. Yeah, for Loki season 2 just to see.
Who had a
yeah,
better
like,
villain?
Whatever happens.
Who had a better villain? Like behind everything, who had a better villain?
Loki.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I guess I am kind of. No, Peacemaker's a
Dude,
10 out of 10.
It was a
dude. I'm
mystery.
sticking with Peacemaker, bro. I can't.
It's
So Brandon, if you sway Loki, you sway Loki. But
I
I
don't
have
want.
to go with
I thoroughly enjoyed Peacemaker more than Loki.
me too.
I did. Like
I think it's a better. I just think it's a better show. Yeah.
where we're stuck.
I don't know. I'm not changing. I can't.
Ooh,
I
I
mean,
mean, I liked
unfortunately,
Loki so
I
much
am the
more.
one with the bracket. So-
All right, I'm going to give in and switch to Loki.
hold on. I have an idea. Are we doing the whole bracket in this one episode, or
Just the
Oh,
first
Or
round.
no, just the first round. Just the first round.
could we leave it up to the comments to see? You know,
Who moves forward?
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right, Loki and Peacemaker
Yeah.
is up for debate.
I'll
Vote in the
leave
comments.
that one open. You guys let us know in the comments. Comment Loki, comment Peacemaker, whichever one you think is better. And yeah, just whichever one has more. By the time we film the next one, I'll go ahead and put that guy through.
Y'all
So
have
then-
like 6 days, a week.
Exactly. Next round, we got American Horror Story versus Prison Break. Prison Break, baby, all the
Prison
way.
Break.
Prison Break all
Michael
day. All
Schofield.
day.
Michael
American Horror
Schofield.
Story was peak, but not Prison Break peak.
Exactly.
The
Yeah,
last
bro.
season of Prison
Facts.
Break was horrible, but the
But
like-
everything else wasn't.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's because it ended like on a cliffhanger, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna bring it back." and,
Yeah.
like fix the cliffhanger,
Yeah.
That had
and then
me.
it was just
Yeah.
it was eh.
All right. Next up, we got two popular shows. Dexter versus Grey's Anatomy. Dexter
Dexter.
all day, every day.
Dexter all the way.
Grey's Anatomy sucks,
It's
bro.
terrible,
It is
bro.
the same plot for every episode. Like
Every
many-
season,
how many-
every
every
episode,
season,
every minute.
it's just a
bro.
different cast, the same drama, and they're running out of stuff to do. At one point, there was a bomb in the hospital, and at another point, there was a bomb in someone's stomach, and then at another point, there was a bomb in someone's bag.
Dude,
Like,
they've
there's just
gone
bombs.
through
Why?
everything.
Very
Everything,
interesting.
all of it.
Like, you can't
I've
run
never
for
seen it.
18 seasons and like not repeat a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it's
No,
just
you have
Exactly.
to admit though, sometimes they do a heart surgery and then they cheat on their partner, and then sometimes they do like a brain surgery and then they cheat on their partner, or sometimes they do like a foot surgery and then they cheat on their partner. So sometimes
exactly.
they cheat.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, I've never seen Grey's Anatomy or Grey's Anatomy, and I never will. Dexter,
I've seen it,
is one of the
unfortunately.
best shows out there. But Dexter's
Dexter is good.
Dexter is
start to
amazing.
finish. I didn't love the ending, but I didn't hate it. But start to finish, that show was absolutely peak. Dexter on top. Next up, we got Peaky Blinders versus Star Trek, and I swear to God, you guys.
Peaky Blinders, bro.
Oh!
It's Peaky Blinders, bro.
Yeah, I'm
You've
gonna
got
take
to be
Peaky
kidding me.
Blinders
It's
because
Peaky Blinders.
Blinders.
I've never
Bro,
seen either, but I'm gonna
Thomas
say Peaky
Shelby.
Blinders.
Thomas
because of-
Shelby, bro. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Nah.
I'm taking Peaky Blinders just so Star Trek doesn't go through.
Yeah, you did this. Yeah, exactly.
All right, we don't have to talk about it. Peaky Blinders. Next up, we got The Flash versus Cobra Kai. Dang that stuff!
Okay,
I love because the Flash.
it's-
I mean, The Flash 1 through 3 peak, 3 through
yeah,
9.
it's just like the
Exactly.
reason
Dog.
why it's so close is because the Flash was inconsistent near the end. That's why.
Where Cobra
like,
Kai
it's-
is like low key heat all the way through.
Yeah,
Every
I know. That's
season,
what
yeah, every episode had me. Yeah,
Where the
but
Flash.
I've watched all the
Oh.
Flash too.
I
and,
haven't.
like,
I stopped watching
gotta-
after that season.
You
5.
got to think like there's crossover season, there's Crisis on Infinite Earth season, like
I
Reverse
love that.
Flash, Zoom, like all those.
yeah,
See, that's why
Avatar.
the Flash is so tough for me because yet to me, in my opinion, the first 3 seasons of the Flash are straight up like the best show I've ever watched.
yeah.
And I'm
I feel
obviously
like
biased because
some
I'm a
of
big
the-
Flash fan. But 1 through 3 is just absolutely peak. 4 is great.
great.
5 and on.
Oh, I don't know. Wait, which one was the one where it was the Thinker? Was that 5? It
That was
I
cool.
believe
was 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
Savitar was 3.
it was just
So
once
3.
they introduced his daughter
Cicada.
On
Nora.
Speedsters.
Yeah, once he started
Cicada wasn't bad. I like Cicada, but after
Dude,
that,
I
it
hated
was
Cicada.
bad.
Cicada
just-
killed Cisco's whole hero story, basically. I'll
pretty
never
much
forgive
once
them for that.
once they had Cisco stop being vibe and took away his powers, I checked out.
That's fair.
And it
Once
wasn't
another writer
necessarily-
took over. It just
Yes, and it
bombed.
wasn't necessarily
Eric
like
Wallace?
that
Eric
it wasn't
Wallace.
necessarily like just because Cisco like that happened, I stopped. It's just like that's about the time like what I can
Yeah.
remember.
And it's like
when
not
I
even the
stopped.
CGI. The writing just got bad.
It
too.
got terrible.
Like,
Yeah,
It
CGI got a
terrible.
little worse too.
Well,
For
yeah,
sure,
I was
for
gonna say
sure,
not
but it was
just
this-
the CGI
I
was
can
bad.
get
It
through
was like
that.
the writing too.
It's- Yeah, it's because they tried to like make all these other shows that nobody really cared about, like Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, all that, and that's where some of the Flash's early budget went to.
Ayo, the first 2 seasons of Supergirl and the first like 3 seasons of Legends of Tomorrow were kind of fire though.
The
Agreed.
first 2 seasons of Legends of Tomorrow are gas, and Supergirl was okay.
I like
It
the
was
first
alright.
season at least was
The
good.
first season
Like,
was I liked how they
But
had
it wasn't produced
Martian
by the
Manhunter.
CW. First season was not CW.
I
Oh,
didn't
was
know
it?
that.
Who was it?
No.
But so, but back to
ABC or something. It was something completely different, and then they bought Supergirl.
but
Oh,
back
Bought
that's
to
the writer, bought the
Flash
show.
versus Cobra Kai though. Like, cause
I'm gonna
like,
take Flash.
with what I just said, with how highly I rate those first 3 seasons, the rest is just very poor. Where Cobra Kai every season is fire.
How many seasons
I'm
have we
gonna-
got
I'm
in
gonna-
Cobra Kai?
4,
5,
5.
5, and the 6th one's coming out. So I'm gonna go Flash just because I don't know if the ending will be good. I got hopes it
Yeah.
will be, but there is no ending. Yet.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. It's not
Where you
finished.
on, you,
We're
Mac?
going.
You taking
Flash.
Flash? All right, so we're
Flash.
4-0.
All right, Flash it is. And now for the last matchup for today, Supernatural versus The Walking Dead.
The Walking,
Walking Dead.
Yeah, all day, every day. Walking Dead is
Dead, all day,
peak.
every day. Yes, it is.
All
I'm
right.
not a big fan of either, but I gotta go Walking Dead.
Supernatural is not a bad show. It's good. I've
Never
never
seen
finished it all the way through. There's so much, like so many seasons.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but there we go. That's the first round of 32. Remember, don't forget, let us know in the comments which is better, Loki or Peacemaker. You guys decide which one of those two move on. But other than that, that's the first round of 32. We'll finish the rest up in the next episode. Let's jump into the poll list. Why don't we?
All right, let's dive into the pull list. Every week we go around and we tell our most anticipated 3 comics coming out this Wednesday. So I'll start us off.
All right.
At number 3, I got Batman #1 facsimile. This is actually going to be my first facsimile, and it's the Batman #1, so I had to get it.
Yeah.
At number 2, I got World's Finest Teen Titans #3. Just Mark Waid killing it with the World's Finest stuff. I can't wait to read this. Super hyped. And then number 1, I got Batman and Robin #1. I love everything Batman. It's a new series. Him and Damian are back together. We haven't seen that since the New 52. So I'm excited about that. Plus the variants for that issue are just amazing.
Hell yeah.
All right, so at number 3 on my list, I got World's Finest Teen Titans #3. Been loving this book. Hyped for issue number 3. And then next up at number 2, I got Daredevil #1. I am so happy that they're making another Daredevil story.
Should be hype. Should be hype.
And then at number 1, same as Brandon, I got Batman and Robin #1. The recent issue of Batman #137 was so fire, and I'm hyped for this.
Hell
It's
yeah.
Joshua Williamson too.
Yup. You already know
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
All right, guys, I'm bringing out a little bit of variety this week. So we got Creepshow #1. I love the older ones. I love Stephen King. I don't think he has the time with these ones, but he wrote the original ones, and I love the movies.
Oh, it's Garth Ennis. He's the one who wrote the Boys.
We got Werewolf by Night. I'm excited for this. This looks like it's going to be heat.
This is just a one shot though, isn't it? Or is it as
I didn't even know that was coming out. That's fire.
I thought it was a
I'm-
one shot. I hope it's
I'm
not.
Is
completely
that Elsa
sure.
Bloodstone?
Mm-hmm.
I think it
Yeah.
is.
That's dope.
Yeah, no, I'm hyped for that for sure. That's gonna be dope.
And then this one I've been talking about for weeks. If y'all been joining the live streams, Avengers Inc. This looks like it's going to be pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, that's hype.
Who are those on the cover?
Vision and
It's Vision and the Wasp, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
cool.
Oh, that's fire.
all right, and then for me, coming in at number 3, I got the Venom Annual #1. This is taking part of the Contest of Chaos. If you guys aren't reading Contest of Chaos, read it. It's so fire. And this one, it's gonna be Venom versus Deadpool. So I mean, if that don't get you hyped enough, there we go. Number 2, same as some of the other guys, I got Batman and Robin #1. New Batman and Robin series written by one of my favorites, Joshua Williamson. So I'm all in. But number 1 this week for me is The Incredible Hulk #4. I was so on this issue series after the first 2 issues, but the 3rd issue things really started picking up, and I'm really excited to see where they're going with this, especially introducing Man-Thing in here. But that's this week's pull list. Make sure check out your LCS, get all that good new stuff. But yeah, so thanks for watching this episode of the Hall of Nerds podcast.
Make sure you tune in again next week for episode 10.
Nerd on.
Nerd out.